Hello, friends. It's the Carnivore Rabbi here, as always, to meet, pray, and love. You have to be ultra disciplined to succeed on the carnivore diet, don't you? You must be. I've heard this a few times, but here's the truth. You don't have to be disciplined to succeed as a carnivore. You just need to change your story. And there's a very specific, easy way to change and clarify your story. This is life-changing information, not just for being a carnivore, but for finding meaning in your life as a whole. But it's especially useful for the carnivore diet. I learned it from Donald Miller, the writer, in his book, Hero on a Mission. That book is absolutely essential reading. I'll leave a link below. One quote jumped out at me in this book and has helped me enormously as a carnivore. The story you want to live, he writes, and you won't have to worry about discipline. Find the story you want to live, and you won't have to worry about discipline. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly how to find your story. This is really special information. But first, if you're enjoying this content, please hit and subscribe if you haven't already. So, how do you find your story as a carnivore? First, identify your top concern. What is bringing you into this way of eating? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to feel better? Do you want to deal with stomach pain? Are you addressing some sort of chronic illness? What is it? Make it as clear as possible. Clarity is the enemy of confusion. When you're clear on something, you're more likely to pursue it. And then, this is quite powerful, look for the philosophical basis of your goal, of your concern. You deserve to be healthy. Every person deserves to be healthy. That's how we're born. That's how we're created. This is not just a personal battle we're in. It's a human one. It's a universal one. This gives you greater motivation. It connects your personal story to something bigger than yourself. That connection is very important and very motivating. Second step in finding your story. Define your vision of success. What does it look like? What does your future hold? Is it an ideal weight? Is it a certain feeling, clarity of mind? This vision is so essential because a vision of the future breeds responsibility. And it's interesting. In Jewish law, in Jewish biblical law, if you were getting a loan, you could not use an animal as your collateral, even though animals were the most valuable thing. You couldn't use an animal as collateral because an animal can die. And even if it was valuable at the time you pledged it, its future was uncertain. In the Bible and in rabbinic law, the only legitimate collateral was land, because land could not be destroyed, at least from the biblical point of view. We understand that land has certain use value and so forth, but it could not be destroyed. It always has a future. Land has a permanent future. The idea is that when you have an ideal of the future, when you have an incentive, you are more likely to work hard to achieve it. If you think everything is going to end soon, and it doesn't really matter anyway what you do, why work hard? Just eat, drink, and be merry, as the book of Ecclesiastes puts it. A vision of the future, a sense of positivity, and a deep sense of responsibility go hand in hand. A vision of the future of our ideal self compels us much more than a dogmatic list of rules and disciplines. 3, ask yourself, what is your biggest barrier to realizing this vision, especially as a carnivore? Is it social pressure, family, friends? Is it cravings for comfort food? You might not know all of these barriers right now, especially if you're just starting off. But keep an eye out for these barriers. And why? Because every story has challenges and turning points, and especially villains. Sugar is a tremendous villain in our carnivore story, in our health generally. If you see challenges along the way, and we all do, you can see yourself as the hero overcoming those challenges. And when you do that, when you see yourself that way, you get a huge burst of energy. I call it heroic energy. It's powerful. You can't quantify it, but it's there. and it drives you forward. Fourth, a very key question. What is at stake for you? Why is this important? This goes way beyond your vision of success. So a vision of success might be, that's number 2, what we talked about above. A vision of success might be, I want to lose 50 pounds. But what is at stake is the question, so that. I want to lose 50 pounds so that I can get on the ground and play with my grandchildren. That's your so that. We all have different so that's. Every good story has high stakes. Think of great movies. They keep raising the stakes. Remember that movie Independence Day? I don't know why that just jumped to my mind, but there's the stakes at the end of the movie are the future of planet Earth, of the entire world. Now, our personal stakes are not that high, but knowing our why, knowing what's at stake, knowing what's important for us is immeasurably powerful. It keeps pushing us forward. It's much, much more powerful than discipline. So what can you do right now? Get out a piece of paper or open a note on your computer and answer these 4 questions. What is my top concern? What does success look like? What is keeping me from getting there? And why does it matter to me? Then look at this list you made every day. If you do that, I promise you, you won't need to worry about discipline. And you'll succeed. And you'll keep succeeding. And one thing that happens when you succeed on the carnivore diet is that you realize you have the ability to succeed in so much else. I call it an anchor habit. It's an anchor for so much positive change in life. I just watched a video that Dave Mack did about how he gave up alcohol and became a carnivore at the same time, and the two have nurtured the other. Isn't that extraordinary? When you can become a carnivore, you can do so much else. See this next video about why the carnivore diet works better than any other way of eating.